Follow-up from yesterday was the dog seeing spirits in their home, their new home, and that's why this normally well-behaved dog was acting so strange. I told you guys that my dog trainer, Jenny Westmoreland, who is the best. If you are having a problem with your dog, she's the one to go to. Anyway, there was this one dog, and she couldn't figure out why it was misbehaving, and she had a hunch that maybe it was this dog was seeing like a spirit in the new house, but she's really not into that thing, but thought it might be a possibility. But the owners of this specific dog said, hey, do you think this could be, actually happening? So she has a friend that can sort of see spirits and is tapped into that world that she was going to bring to this house to see if there was anything in the home yesterday that is there that the dog is seeing that the owners aren't. And she was going to hit us back and tell us how it went. I told Tommy, look, I don't want to see the email. I want to be surprised just like everybody else on the show. So can you and she go back and forth? So I don't even know what happened yesterday, but I do see that the email is quite lengthy.
Yeah, and I've edited it for time, but Jenny called me yesterday about 3 o'clock. And I said, Jenny, I thought you were going to email me. She goes, I'm so excited. I had to tell you what happened. So she told me what happened. And then she did email me, so I do have the update.
Okay.
All right. She says, so today, Christy, my friend who sees dead people, Chloe, my kennel tech, and myself went to a client's home who was worried their house might be haunted. Again, the dog was in an unhealthy state of anxiousness, still pacing, looking up, panting excessively, and salivating while inside the home. When outside, he's normally perfectly happy, squirrel chasing puppy. This time, the husband and wife were both there and went into more detail about their living situation. It seems that the husband lived in this same neighborhood as a teenager with his parents. He said that the graveyard was between that subdivision and the one beside it. And he and his friends would go into the graveyard to do whatever teens do in graveyards. Side note, I did that as a teen,
me
too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Last place I'm hanging out.
Yeah, never.
I wondered at that point if they did something to piss the spirits off. Lady Christy said the same thing. Now, the wife, Christy, Chloe, and Casper the dog, and I walked through the house. I hated seeing Casper in such a state, but I felt it was necessary to see his reaction in each room.
Again, if you weren't listening yesterday, we named this dog Casper.
Yeah, we needed to name him.
Casper the friendly dog.
For protection.
When we went upstairs, Casper's body language became more intense. He ran into the playroom and crouched on the floor in front of the corner of the sectional sofa, yet was struggling with wanting to be close to his mom as well. He was very torn as to whether to follow her or go back to what he considered to be a safe space. Let's see. I thought I edited this part, sorry. As she passed by the older son's room, the blinds were drawn and it was dark. Christy said she saw a large, dark shadow in front of the window. When the wife went over to the blinds, it was gone. When we went upstairs and we got to the last step, Christy said her stomach turned and she got chills on her legs. She said the chills stayed the entire time she was upstairs, but went away slightly when we went into the playroom. We then were taken into the master bedroom, and that's when it happened. Christy walked into the master bedroom closet and stopped. She plainly heard a woman's voice say the word sow, or something that started with an S, but she said it was sow. As soon as she heard it, she turned and looked at the TV, but it was the same screensaver that was on the whole time and no sound on the TV. She didn't know what it meant, but it was so close it sounded like it was right in her ear. She immediately turned to the wife and said, please tell me you heard that. And Christy said it sounded like Alexa, but they don't have an Alexa. Christy was very shaken up and explained that when she's at other houses on her own, she never lets the spirits communicate with her or even pay them any attention so that they will leave her alone. Christy was carrying sage in one of her pockets and Palo Santo in the other. I had to look up what Palo Santo was. I think it's like a holy wood. So they were trying to cleanse the house. Chloe said she felt a tingling feeling in her legs when she went into the master bathroom. Jenny felt nothing, saw nothing. Christy explained that when this happened to her family, because she had gone through this, she became very angry and demanded the spirit to leave immediately. She told the spirit that it wasn't their house, they didn't pay her bills, they were not welcome, and they weren't going to scare her dog. And for her, it left and never came back. And she assured the wife and husband of this house that it worked for her and it could work for them. But they had to get angry and mean it. And they talked about whether or not to let the dog be with them when they evicted the spirits. And Jenny said, absolutely, allow Casper to be there. And Jenny explained that he needed to see them make it stop, and as pack leaders, they owed it to him. When they left, the couple sent the spirits packing. They went through each room with the sage and Palo Santo and brought Casper right along with them. And they said that they'll keep us posted as to whether or not it's still happening. They wanted to get our ghost squad, but they didn't want to wait.
Okay.
Because it's been going on.
Yeah.
They wanted to get rid of it. And Jenny says, thanks for doing this. This is the 5th time I've addressed dogs seeing ghosts. And even though I'm not into ghost hunting as a hobby, I do believe dogs see and know things that we can't or want. I hope this will help some dog somewhere that might be struggling with a spirit. Maybe his parents don't realize what's going on. And I'll say it again, dogs don't lie. That's it.
So there was.
Yeah.
There's a ghost in there.
Yep.
Casper
So-
knows it.
Clearly.
Now, if you don't believe in this kind of thing, you're going to think that whole thing is BS right there. There's nothing we can do about that. But man, that's pretty freaky stuff right there.
That's scary, man.
Between that and your Ring doorbell this week, too, that might fill
I got a whole new feel for ghosts now.
before Halloween.
Oh, by the way, we're looking for people who have paranormal stuff going on at your house. If you think your house is haunted, hit us up at thebertshow.com. We're going to send out our paranormal investigators, Ghosts of Georgia Paranormal Investigations, to investigate your house. Hit us up right now at thebertshow.com.
The Bert Show.